Hi there, my name is Elliot Burton and welcome to Ask the Expert, brought to you by the employment team here at Law 365. So this week's question is, what are restrictive covenants in employment? Well, restrictive covenants are a tool used by an employer to protect their legitimate business interest and limit any damage in the wake of an employee's departure, whether on good terms or bad. The covenants must be entered into by the employee, and this usually happens when they first sign their original employment contract. Restrictive covenants must only protect three things. These are your clients, your employees, and your assets, so things like intellectual property, confidential information, that sort of thing. Generally speaking, there are four main types of restrictive covenants. These are your non-competition, your non-competes, which seek to restrict a former employee's ability to work for a competitor or be in competition with their former employer. Then there's also non-solicitation, which aims to prevent a former employee from approaching your clients or your customers, your supplier, or soliciting them, as it were. Then there's also non-dealing, and these are designed to stop a former employee from working with a business's clients, customers, or suppliers. Then there's also non-poaching. These look to stop a former employee from poaching their former colleagues, thereby protecting your employees. Restricted covenants like this won't last indefinitely, and they usually last anywhere between 1 month to a year. The protection which restrictive covenants tend to provide are usually most relevant for key and senior employees, especially those who deal directly with clients or have particularly specialist skills. Restrictive covenants need to be drafted very carefully, and it's all about the detail, and they have to be appropriate for the relevant context. And this is because the law tries to strike a fair balance between protecting a business's legitimate interests and the rights of that individual to earn a living and run their own business. So as a general rule of thumb, the wider and longer a restriction is, the more likely it is to be found unenforceable by the courts. If you would like to create, amend, or review any restrictive covenants, then we'd be happy to help. Give us a call. Thank you very much.